This is the video for the blue group. So if your name was not under that list for the blue team, the blue group, then you're in the wrong spot. If it was, you're in the correct spot. Congratulations are in order for this group. You have mastered DOK1 and DOK2 questions according to that quiz. Nice job. Now, I just want to work on main idea and citing evidence to help you rock those DOK3 questions on your test. Because some of you struggled with main idea, some of you were struggling with citing evidence. So I'm just going to kind of give a brief overview of both of those so that everybody can improve. For main idea, that is pretty much like understanding what you read. What did that reading say? And understanding it correctly. Because though DOK3, there are multiple answers. If you don't understand what the reading's saying, then you most likely are not going to be able to answer the question very well. So if doing some Cornell notes helps you, do that. I know you know how to do them. You can always grab a sheet of paper from the student shelf, and it can be scrap piece of paper, whatever you want. Sometimes reading a passage more than once helps. Don't rush through the question. You have plenty of time. Secondly, maybe go down and read the question first and then go up and read the passage. So I always make sure to label and put question so that's easy to see without having to read through everything. So maybe read that question first, and then as you read that passage, you can either highlight or jot down some ideas of things you would want to use to answer that question. Okay. Citing evidence. Make sure you use that citing evidence poster by my desk. If you don't know where it is, ask me, but it's white and it has a kid holding a pencil, and it'll say like the text says and other ideas. This tells me that you're just not trying to make something up or you're not answering the question, because sometimes I can't tell if it's your answer or a summary of the text to use for citing evidence, and that will help me. Okay. What you're going to do to practice is the first thing you're going to do is go to Canvas, go to today's date, find that native group practice, and then select the blue group document. So when you're in Canvas, it will look like this. This is the teacher version, but it's close, and you will select blue group. All right, the first thing you're going to do is go to File, make a copy so that you'll be able to type in your own. Then, remember, we talked about reading the question first so you know why you're even reading something. So let's bump down. I see that there's a question down here. So it says, how does the story represent the lifestyle of Native Americans? Provide 2 examples and use race. So you're going to read this story and answer this question. You're pretty much looking at how does this Native American story talk about the everyday lives of Native Americans, and how does that show their values, kind of? How does it represent their lifestyle? Because here's the deal. We go to school. Native Americans didn't have school like we have school. Their stories that they came up with and created, that was their version of school. You go to school to learn things that society says will help make you successful or help make you a functioning member of society. That's what the stories were for Native Americans. They were like, you need to learn animals that are helpful or animals that are dangerous. Here's a story. You need to learn plants that are important to us. Here's a story. You need to learn how to clean salmon correctly. Here's a story. So they're great stories, but they're also purposeful. There's also a reason for them. And they really give us insight as historians into the way those people lived. So you're going to click on the link, and it's called The White-Faced Bear. And you will read through this story. If you need it to read to you, you will just highlight, 2-finger click, select speech, and then start speaking, and it will read it to you. Or you can read it all yourself. While you're reading through it, I would jot down some notes so that you remember to help you answer that question. So maybe you just put a note section down here and you just take bullet pointed notes. It doesn't have to be complete sentences, it's for you. of important things you notice. Ultimately, you're going to come back, answer this question using race. That means you're going to restate the question, answer the question, cite it, and explain it. Please remember that explaining is that PB&J idea. You have to tell me what is on a PB&J sandwich. I cannot assume that you know it is peanut butter and jelly. And also remember that restating the question is not just copy and pasting it. It's actually rewriting it out. So if someone asked you, what's your favorite color? You wouldn't just say back to them, what's your favorite color? Blue. You would say, my favorite color is blue. Okay. When you're done with that, please make sure to turn the assignment into Canvas. It's going to be that same assignment where you got the document, and then move on to the green video, which is also in Canvas under today's date. Thank you guys. I'm proud of you for getting those DOK1 and DOK2 things mastered. Keep going with that DOK3 and have a really great afternoon.